3 months ago, we quit our jobs, sold all of our belongings and bought this 1989 Ford Econoline off Facebook. We've now driven Loretta over 5,000 miles.
Wow.
From the UK all the way to Turkey. So we've gotten to know her pretty well over the last 3 months. And we thought we'd make this video to tell you all of the things that we love and some of the things we don't love about our van.
Now, this isn't the van we ever expected to buy, but I do remember thinking that these types of boogie vans were sick all the way back to Scooby-Doo and the Mystery Machine. Then we seen Loretta on Facebook Marketplace and realised she was just what we were looking for.
We always knew we wanted a vintage van. For Loretta, we had a 1986 Renault Traffic, and we absolutely loved that van, but it was just a little bit small. So when we were looking for Loretta, we knew we wanted something bigger, but still in that gorgeous vintage aesthetic. And that takes us into the first thing that we love about Loretta, and that's all of her original features.
Now, all of these sick old school aesthetics continue inside of the van as well. The driver's seat is an actual armrest. It is so comfortable. Just cruising along. It's a column shift, which, I mean, I hadn't even heard of one before these vans, but they're so sick. It's an automatic, so it's super easy to drive, and it actually rides really well. Got tons of power, 5.8 litre V8 engine. All the little switches on the dash are just so cool. They're all physical switches. You got a little pull out for the light, the window washers. And then even though it's 1989, it's got central locking and electric windows, which is really nice. And then I absolutely love the centre console. Like Action Bronson said, the dashboard's wooden. Things changed, now my dashboard wooden. It's got 2 mug holders, it's got a place to put your cigarettes, loads of storage up here, got this doghouse cover. Just like the aesthetics of this van just make me so happy every time I drive it. It's just the thing I love the most about it, just how cool it feels. Like, I can't believe that I own this van. This is our #1 Pro, this is why we bought the van. We just absolutely fell in love with everything about its vibe. And this is just the front. The back's even cooler. And then in the back you got the sofa bed, curtain pelmets, the original wood, this old school kitchen diner. Everything's just so cool and it brings me so much joy. Like, I absolutely love it in here. Love everything about Loretta. She is just like the definition of old school cool.
Next up is the build quality. Just taking these drawers for example, I see so many other van lifers saying how you can't bring glass in the van because it'll break. And we've had things like glass bowls, full bottles of red wine, bottles of olive oil, all sorts in these drawers, and nothing has ever smashed. And I'm convinced it's because of the build quality. Stuff like this was built to last. Loretta was built in 1989. She's still going strong. Yeah, of course, you know, the doors have got a few chips and stuff like that, but the mechanism still works, and it just absolutely blows my mind. I see so many other van lifers who've maybe done like a conversion themselves, and it's so hard to get stuff like drawers and hinges right. I see loads of other people that break after they've gone down a bumpy road. We've been down so many bumpy roads now, and everything just stays in place. It was just built differently back then. Fair play to the Americans, they know how to build a recreational vehicle that's comfortable and functional. And following on from the build quality has got to be the storage. The storage space that we get in Loretta is incredible. We've got a full-size wardrobe back here, I swear it's bigger than some I've had in the past. Drawers everywhere. 2 massive cupboards here. We've bought so many clothes with us, it's actually crazy. But that's just because we weren't limited with space, so we've gone a bit wild. Here's our big pantry. And then there's underneath the couch. Sorry, Rip. You gonna ride it, babe? Oh yeah. So we've got the water tank under there, all of our outdoor bits, just more storage than we'd ever know what to do with. And then last but not least is the massive space above the cab. So this actually pulls out into a full-size double bed. We've only ever used it for storage and it's absolutely rammed, as you can see. One of the things we've learned from this being our first trip of van life is that we've bought so much stuff, and now we kick ourselves thinking of all the vital important stuff that we should have brought with us. We wish we would have bought a paddleboard, scuba diving stuff, outdoor seating, just more stuff that would enhance our time in the van. Instead we've just bought crazy things. I'm not even going to list what's there, but it's crazy.
Scram! So lastly is the suicide doors. We absolutely love them. They're really cool, really practical. You can kick your enemies out at speed on the motorway. And we can also use them as a outdoor shower when we hang a shower curtain between it.
And now we're going to go on to the things that we hate. But I do feel like hate is a very strong word. I'd say the things that are impractical and cause us a bit of aggro. First up is miles per gallon.
Now I'm going to have to get a little bit technical for this next one. So Newton's third law says that every action has an equal and opposite reaction. And with Loretta, we have two measurements of fuel consumption. You have smiles per gallon and miles per gallon. And due to Newton's third law, and this actually applies to any vehicle, the higher the smiles per gallon, the lower the miles per gallon. So what that actually means for Loretta is she's got a really high smiles per gallon rate. If you have one of these vans, dads will absolutely love you. However, the miles per gallon rate is about 8 to 10, which is very low.
And I'll put it here, a link to our video where we go fully into depth about how much we spent on fuel in our first month of van life, if you do want to see a bit more about that. Spoiler, it's expensive.
So next up is the parts reliability. And I think this will be a problem that will apply to any vintage motorhome. If you've got a van from the 80s, chances are parts are going to be getting more and more scarce. Now Loretta's actually a really common van, so there's loads of parts out there for her. Unfortunately, they're all just on the other side of the Atlantic to where we live. So we have to essentially order all of our spare parts from America, and you're looking at the cost of shipping, the cost of taxes, needing a fixed address where you can have them delivered to. It all just creates issues for us. But the positive side is that at least we can actually get all of the parts that we need. It's not like with the Renault Traffic that we used to have, for example. If your gearbox dies, you're going to be really hard pressed to find a MK1 Renault Traffic gearbox nowadays. Another issue with Loretta, and again pretty much all of these older motorhomes, is it can sometimes be a problem to find reliable garages to work on them. We've certainly had issues with that.
Yeah, we had the phone slammed down on us many a times when we were trying to find garages in England. People saying they wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot barge pole, that we need our own garage, having one of them, just like laughing at us and saying good luck. But plus side is, we have found more garages over here that are willing to look at it because older cars are still a lot more prevalent in Europe. Now for this next one, we just need to make an adjustment. Number 3 is the bed. And while aspects of the bed are brilliant, such as how easy it is to put down or put away, the comfort of it, it's got real springs in it, which is something you don't get in modern vans at all, but it is very small. Now we've measured it before and I think it's only about the width of a single bed. So yeah, we do essentially just sleep in a single bed together. And we do normally put a blanket down between this and the sheet, just because you can feel these little buttons sometimes. But we do still sleep on it and we have good night's sleep, and me and Joe are the type that can sleep anywhere. But yeah, there could just be a bit more comfort to it. I also don't think that they intended for you to sleep on this. They probably did want you to sleep above the cab, which is something we might do in the future.
And then we have the wing mirrors. Although we absolutely love how they look, we wish that we could tuck them in sometimes, because when you're driving down those narrow streets in all these crazy European countries, it can get a little bit scary. And they're at head height, so I often get scared I'm going to hit someone on the back of the head when I drive past them. We've definitely had a few close calls like that. And maybe, one or two little scrapes.
And lastly, a bit of a controversial one, but it's the carpet. Now I know most people say carpet in a van is a no-go, but it's actually kind of winning me over. I feel like it hides the dirt well better than laminate flooring. It's nicer to stand on with your bare feet, and it's so easy to brush out. We use a little silicone brush and I swear it just gets the job done in a few minutes. And it was actually really hard for us to come up with some dislikes there. We were really clutching at straws, because all in all we love Loretta and all the little quirks that come with her. And if you've made it this far in the video, then I just want to say a massive thank you. We've just started out on YouTube and we're a very small channel that's trying to grow so we can continue to take you all on bigger and better adventures with us and Loretta. So if you've liked this video, then please give us a like and subscribe. And from this point onwards, we're going to be putting out videos twice a week. So I hope to see you all there in the future. Thanks again for watching, and we'll catch you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Let us know in the comments if your team conversion or your team vintage van.
Yeah, let us know. Did the van surprise you? What would you go for? Would you go for a vintage one like Loretta? Or would you rather have a Sprinter or something with all of the modern features?